Hey, what's up, good people? Today I wanted to talk to you about three questions that every young person that's starting out in their career, trying to build a new life, should ask themselves. Um, these three questions, the first question is, who do you want to be? The second question is, what do you want from life? And the third question is, where do you want to end up? I call this the three P questions. The first question, who do you want to be, is about the person that you want to become. Um, who do you want to end up being after after you're grown, or regardless, whether it's in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, in 20 years, if you're still alive, who do you want to be? That's a very important question, because if you don't know who you are and who you want to be, you will become anything anybody ascribes you to be. Your identity is given to you, um, because that means you don't know who you want to be, and you don't know who you are. So if you hang around with the wrong crowd, and they do bad, or they're not doing something constructive with their life, and you're a young person and you're trying to fit in, you'll do whatever they do. So you become that part of that crowd, and your identity is formed in that social context. Um, but if you know who you are and you know who you want to be, um, you decide whether you want to hang around with those people, or you want to be your own person and build your own personality on your own. Your identity then is formed by your own making, not by other people. Um, the second question is, what do you want from life? Um, there are many variables in what you want from life. That's the product. Whatever you make and build is the product you'll have in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So you should ask the question, what do you want from your spiritual life, your faith? What do you want from your family life? What do you want from your financial life? What do you want from your career or professional life? What do you want from your physical fitness or your health? And what do you want from your relationships or your friendships? Um, because if you don't decide what you want in those variables, then they don't count, and what doesn't count doesn't get measured. And so if you don't measure it and it doesn't count, it'll be forgotten. It's like building a house that has 5 foundations or 5 building blocks, and if you forget one, it's less likely, or most likely, that that house will crumble. So is your life. So if you build 4 variables that make up your life, or the essence of your life, and you forget the fifth one, it's most likely, probably, that your life will crumble, or your life will not be what it wanted to be. So you have to decide, what is it that you want from life, and you have to write it down, and you have to measure it and evaluate it, and go like that, in terms of building yourself in the process of becoming who you want to be. And that is also determined by what you want from life. If you don't know what you want from life, you will end up in a city of had I known, full of regrets, because you haven't decided what you want from life. And if 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 you don't know what you want from life, you will take whatever that's given to you. So for example, if you decided that you wanted something, and you worked hard and you built yourself, and then you wanted that thing, but somebody else gave you something else, you say, oh, this is not what I want. I mean, that's an analogy, but it's similar to that. The last question is, where do you want to end up? That's a place thing. So it's a destination. What destination are you going to? And have you decided where that is? In 5 years, you'll be somewhere. In 10 years, you'll be somewhere. In 15 years, you'll be somewhere. But where that is your own choosing. So you have to choose where you want to end up. If you decide in 5 years, this is where you want to be, even if you don't get there, you might get close. Or if you don't get there in 5 years, you might say, okay, it will take me 1 more year. And then you start working on that. But if you don't decide where that is, it's like trying to hit a target you can see. So if you are a sharpshooter or a sniper and you're trying to shoot a target, if you don't know where the target is and you haven't decided where the target is and you can see it, you can shoot. You know, no matter how many shots you fire, probably be hitting different places. But if you decide where that target is and say, I'm going to hit this target and this is where my target is in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, then there's more likely that you will hit that target. And even if you don't hit it, you'll probably get close to where that target is. And those are the 3 questions that I wanted to share with young people today. Thank you.